Hello, welcome to News English on radio and television station. Here comes our news today. On June 20th, the National Assembly voted to approve the law on cooperatives amended, the law on civil defense, and the resolution on the decision on investment policy in the road project connecting three provinces, Khánh Hòa, Lâm Đồng, and Ninh Thuận. With 469 over 475 delegates approving, the National Assembly official passed the law on civil defense. The draft law consists of 7 chapters and 55 articles, effective from July 1st, 2024. The Civil Defense Fund may use emergency relief in food, drinking water, medicine, and essential necessities, support to repair, build houses, medical facilities, schools at the affected locations due to incidents or disasters. The fund is formed from voluntary contributions of domestic and foreign organizations and individuals, regulatory sources from non-budget state financial funds related to incident and disaster response and remedial activities. The Standing Committee of the National Assembly proposed the National Assembly to supplement regulations on principles of regulation between the Civil Defense Fund and non-budget state financial funds related to activities of responding to and overcoming consequences of incidents and disasters implemented in urgent cases, and assign to government to regulate the regulation between these funds. On the same day, with 471 over 472 votes in favor, the National Assembly also passed a resolution on the decision on investment policy of the road project from National Highway 27C to Provincial Road DT 656 Khánh Hòa Province, connecting with Lâm Đồng Province and Ninh Thuận Province. The project has a total investment of about 1,930 billion Vietnam dong from 2 central and local capital sources, of which the central capital is allocated 1,000 billion Vietnam dong. The project is divided into 2 component projects, including compensation, resettlement support, construction, and installation by voting. This morning, the National Assembly also voted to pass the revised law on cooperatives, with 466 over 472 delegates in agreement, reaching 94.33%. The law on cooperatives, amended with 12 chapters and 115 articles, takes effect from July 1st, 2024. According to the Yunnan Department of Health, the situation of infectious diseases in the province in the past month has basically been well controlled. In June, more than 600 cases of COVID-19 were recorded, down more than 1,000 cases compared to May. From the beginning of 2023 until now, Yunnan has recorded nearly 2,500 cases of COVID-19, including 2 deaths. Regarding dengue fever, in the past month, the province recorded more than 200 hospitalizations, a slight increase compared to the previous month, and a decrease of more than 89% compared to the same month in 2022. In this month, no cases of measles, malaria, and typhoid were recorded. Meningococcal meningitis, influenza A, H5N1, Zika, influenza, human swine streptococcus, whooping cough, and tetanus. The Department of Health continues to advise the authorities and at the same time directs the Centers for Disease Control and medical units to regularly monitor and update the situation to implement measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 epidemic, dengue fever, hand, foot, and mouth disease, and so on. On June 20th, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov attended the meeting between the heads of delegations participating in the meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, with Russian President Alexander Lukashenko. Speaking to reporters after the meeting, Lavrov said that the West sees the CSTO as a threat to its dominance in the international arena. We noted that this organization, as well as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and BRICS, are considered by the West as a threat to its interests and its hegemony, Lavrov said. In this regard, we also observe the West's vigorous and aggressive actions to split the CSTO members, as well as the BRICS group, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and other organizations independent of it. Lavrov also said that at the CSTO meeting, he explained his vision of the situation in the world, which was in line with common actions and furnished the basis for the further development of the CSTO. The participants in the meeting came to the conclusion that it was necessary to resist the pressure of the West. On June 20th, China announced that it had resumed importing sugar apples from Taiwan. The move comes after Beijing stopped importing some Taiwanese fruits in 2021, citing the presence of pests and diseases on the fruit. Taiwanese media earlier reported that Andrew Sheh, vice chairman of Taiwan's largest opposition party, had visited China and asked for an early resumption of imports. Analysts said that the re-import of sugar apples could be a message to Taiwanese people ahead of the presidential election in January. They said Beijing could show that an enhanced economic strength would benefit Taiwan. That's all for news English for today. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.